Nice guys in a relationship are what I call sideliners. Now, what in the world is a sideliner? A sideliner is just that. It's like a sports spectator at a football game. He's watching what's going on down in the field, and he may have this fantasy of what it feels like to be the quarterback. It feels like to be the defensive lineman, to be out there in the field taking the hits and giving the hits and running the ball downfield to the goal. But he's not really participating in anything other than through his fantasies, right? Mentally. Well, it's the same thing with nice guys in relationships, and that includes marriages. They're not really true participants in the relationships. What they're doing is they're reacting to what their woman does and then feeding her what they feel that she's going to want. Because see, that's what a nice guy does. He's kind of like a do-gooder. Kind of like one of these people that, every time his girl does something or looks like he needs something, he wants to rush to meet that need. He wants to rush to meet that desire, instead of taking into account his own value in that relationship and what actually is happening when he's constantly just trying to be nice to her. Now, I'm not saying that as a guy in a relationship, he's supposed to be mean to his girl or treat her like crap. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, it's just like the sports spectator watching the game down on the field. The nice guy, he's actually letting his girl play out her life, and all that he does is contribute to it in such a way that give her the impression that he's actually involved and that he actually cares so much about what's going on with her, when the reality is, and this is a hard pill to swallow, but the reality is nice guys really don't care so much about what's going on with their woman. They care more about how they feel about themselves and how their reaction to the things that she's doing elevates them to some other plateau or platform of respectability. When in reality, if he had actually participated in a relationship, for example, telling his girl no when he needs to tell her no, standing up for himself regardless of whether his girl agrees with him or not always rushing to hold his girl's hand and to carry her through the storm, sometimes letting her exhibit her own sense of independence, which she is independent if she's a real strong woman, and because she came into this world as an individual. Yeah, we come together in a relationship as a couple, but we come together as individuals and we make the couple and we make that process. But the reality is, at the end of the day, the nice guy has got to learn to be himself and to let his girl be herself. And what he really is reacting to then is like a gear in a machine then. Now he's helping to turn the other gears. She's helping to turn his gears. And now together they make a viable component that gets things done. That's the one real bad thing about a lot of nice guys, is that they may be productive in certain physical senses, but they're not productive emotionally for his girl. Not really. They're not productive mentally for themselves and for their own self-dignity and their own self-respect. They're completely unproductive in that sense. That's why I call nice guys in relationships sideliners, because when it comes to that relationship, they really are not participating. They're only reacting to what's going on in the relationship and not actually helping to build a relationship. You see, the guy that's the football player out there in the field, the quarterback and the defensive lineman, they're actually helping to mold the strategies that get played out on that field. They're participants. They're the ones taking the hits and getting back up and going through it. They're the ones out there in the field making the mistakes and then correcting their mistakes as they go along as a team. That's what a team does. The nice guy really is not much of a team player. He might look like a team player. He's not. He's more like the water boy, actually. More like the towel boy. He's just sitting on the bench. He's just watching. He's sitting up in the bleachers, watching what's going on down there in the field and wishing that he was there. But he doesn't have the goods to be there just yet. Or maybe he has the goods, but he's not exercising them. See, that's what nice guys do. And that's why it's important, guys, not to be the nice guy, but to be the right guy. And more importantly than that, to be a stand-up guy. Because a stand-up guy is everything that a nice guy is not. A stand-up guy is the quarterback out there in the field. The stand-up guy is the running back, risking it all, going towards the goal with the ball. That's the stand-up guy. Don't be the nice guy. It's good to be the type of guy who's decent to your girl, who treats her with a lot of respect and deference. But don't be a suck up, because that's what a nice guy is. The nice guys are the ones that are always waiting to see their favorite sports personalities and run up to them and tell them that they're their biggest fan and they'd love to have their autograph, and they got posters of this guy all over his walls and everything back in his room. But he's never been the participant. Participate in your relationship. Be the stand-up guy, not the nice guy. The stand-up guy builds a relationship, but the nice guy, no matter how much it looks like he's actually participating in building that relationship, there really isn't a relationship. And the fact of the matter is, in the end, he does more to destroy his own relationship than he does to build it, because he's not getting his hands on it. He's not involved, really. He's just too busy worried about what he looks like, too busy worried about how his true feelings are going to affect how his girl's going to see him and all that stuff. Stand-up guys, yeah, we're concerned about that, but we don't let that rule us. Well, my name is Dave Thomas III. This is Faked Out by Love. It's really hot out here today. As you can see, I'm sweating. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, spread the love and the knowledge. Also, leave a comment down there in the comment section below. I really would love to hear what you think. I'm really interested in your point of view and your opinions. And if you haven't done so just yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I love to have your support, and hit the notification bell. That way, every single time that I upload a fresh video, you are going to be the first ones to find out. Hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing and hearing from you again.